Hey, my ordinary angler. Hey, you like my new shirt? Anyway, hey, just thought I'd drop in and say hello again. We're going to set a record for videos, aren't we? Well, did you enjoy the Bassmaster Classic? What part of it I was working, but I could, live stream it. So, awesome. Now, before I get into other things, I just like to say to BASS, it's too long. Okay? You need to have it closer. The arena needs to be closer to the body of water. Just saying. One, to maintain the health of the fish, because these are some good quality size fish. We do not want to have issues staying alive because of the journey. If at all possible, you need to work out with whoever the arena is to not have $30 parking. Now, let's just think about it, right? Economic times, whatever. But if you went to all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're talking nearly $100 just for parking. Just saying. Anyway, wow. Did you hear the story about this young man who won the Bassmaster Classic? Easton Fothergill? Well, that's a good name too, because it'll make you remember it after you say it 2 or 3 times. Anyway, what a story. And let me just say this on the front. Okay? I understand you don't like forward-facing sonar. And, you got the haters out there like Randy Blockett, who, all he wants to post is the negative Nancy. He wants him and all his Karens on there fuss. But try to think about it. You're looking at a guy who started with flashers, okay? Flashers, paper graphs, 2D sonar, then side scan, then down scan. Okay? And back then there were people saying, oh, that's cheating. You're seeing the fish, the inverted V's and all that. But, at some point, ladies and gentlemen, we have to have some sort of level playing field for what's going on. Granted, you may not like forward-facing sonar, but it's part of it. They're allowing it. Everybody has an opportunity to use it. And by the way, just so you know, you have to learn it. It's not just a given. Just go put it on your boat day one and there you feel the live well. Now, I'm not telling you if you don't do your homework, you can learn a lot off videos about it. And anyway, I've only had my unit on the water once, and I'm going to be learning, and hopefully, you guys will benefit from me learning and showing you what I know. Anyway, back to the Classic. The story about this young man who won the Classic should hit you right here. As the determination and the wherewithal that all the stuff he went through to get through on his journey is the good Lord had to be looking quite after him. Easton, first of all, congratulations. You had 56 of the toughest anglers that qualified, and you won. So kudos to you and all the other anglers who made it. It's not an easy thing to get there. So some people go through college, some people go through Bass Nation, and the opens. and the elites. So it's a tough road, you know. Okay, so Mr. Easton Fothergill was a college angler, and apparently he had migraines. Well, one day, I guess, apparently he had too much of a migraine. It didn't seem right. So anyway, they did an exam on him and found out he had a growth on his CT of his head. They didn't know what it was. They called his parents. Parents freaked out, like any parent would, worried about a growth, and you don't know what's going on with your son. And come to find out, it was an abscess. Now, and all Easton's worried about is getting to fish the college bracket. You know, that tells you anything, how dedicated the young man is. So they drilled a hole, and they let it drain about 60%. It was about the size of a tangerine, accordingly. Of course, his mom and dad and his family was worried about him, praying for him. All he could do, he laid in the bed, and I'm going to tell you, as a respiratory therapist, and I worked in the medical field for now about 40 years, when you lay down in the bed a while, it's after a period of time, just getting up is tough, weak, and he had to build his strength up. And what did he do? He went and won the bracket. All he was worried about was getting cleared by his doctor so he could fish that tournament. Well, after that, he won 2 Bassmaster Opens and got into the elites. And so here we are today. His journey should inspire all of you. His journey should inspire, and the good Lord definitely was looking after him. And no one should be hating on the young man, forward-facing sonar or not. I'm just proud for him, and proud for his family. And here I'll add some photos from the classic, which are very touching and moving and inspirational. One thing about it is, during the classic, there would be Matt Airy and the other guy commentating, and they were trying to talk to the angler down at weigh-in, and so they were talking over him, and I wanted to hear Mercer talking to the guy about his catch and whatever. And then I get the analyst type ESPN thing, but we hopefully will stop that, because I'm like you, I want to hear from the angler. I want to hear what they're talking about down there, and it was dubbed over by the other two talking. So I wish you'd go back to letting Mercer, when he's doing his talking, and then in between let the other analysts have their take, their opinion. But overall, it was tough conditions with the wind in practice, as many of y'all saw. Boats getting sunk, swamped by huge waves. Of course, I grew up fishing Kentucky Lake, and it's terrible. And I'm sure the other lakes that run like Toledo Bend and Rayburn gets terrible too. I've been on there when it's rough wind. But anyway, Texas and the wind, and this time of year is pretty, I hear, pretty big. But anyway, so got some stuff coming up, got some tackle coming in. You saw my previous video. Look, Help my channel out. Visit my website at ordinaryangleroutdoors.com and like and subscribe and make comments. Anyway, we're having a pretty good week. The weather's looking like it's getting springtime, and that means soon the fish will be moving up, getting off the pre-spawn into the spawn, and we'll be probably seeing some good catches coming in all around the south. But anyway, this is Mike Quattrone. I'm your ordinary angler, and you are too, because at one time or another, you had to start from scratch. So anyway, have a great day, tight lines, and I love everybody.